We have made it to the end of the year, you guys. Crazy that we are ending 2022, but today I have for you my best of beauty. These are all of my favorite beauty products I tried this year. I have some amazing products to share with you, so let's go ahead and get started. So let's actually start with eyeshadow palettes because I had quite a few palettes that I really enjoyed this year. First off was the Empower palette from Huda Beauty. This is the second year in a row that this is making like my best of beauty, the larger Huda Beauty palettes. I think she does such a good job with these, and I love this Empower palette. I've used it so much. It's beautiful. If you're looking for something that has a lot of depth to it that you can also create really shimmery, beautiful looks with, this one is perfect. I did have that cream. We did have those cream shades in here. I could do with or without those. They didn't kind of make the palette for me, but they still work well as liners, and I did use them a few times as bases, but more so in here, I was loving the shimmers, especially like the golds, the coppers. I really loved this palette. I thought it was a great one from Huda Beauty. And then my favorite palette of the year, I actually have it on my eyes right now. This was from Kaleidos. I loved this palette. I have a new fresh one to show you guys because I actually have a broken one that I use more than this one, but it's so pretty. This is the Cold Brew palette from Kaleidos. I loved this little quad. I got a lot of use out of it. It's on my eyes right now. It's just so easy. I feel like it's really easy to create just an easy brown, smoky look with this. And also the shimmer in here is just so pretty, so reflective on the eyes. It lasts really long too. Like I wore this on my 30th birthday. I wore it pretty much on any night that I'm going out that I want something sparkly. I know I've mentioned several times that this has been like my go-to little quad, and I just love this. It was such a great collection. I also loved the other palette that they did in that one. I feel like that one's perfect for New Year's Eve. And then I have two ColourPop palettes to share with you. The Feeling Bubbly palette, this one surprised me. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did, but it's kind of romantic and just like easy. I feel like this one is just a simple neutral palette, but something about these shimmers in here are just so pretty on the eyes, and I just liked this one. I reached into it quite a lot this year. And then also the Not a Box of Chocolates. I really enjoyed this palette. I really love brown smoky eyes, kind of like what I have on my eyes right now, and this one is perfect for that. I loved the shades that they chose for this one. I loved like the little chocolates in there. I thought it was so cute. The packaging, I thought they really did a good job with this palette. Next, let's get into bronzers. So the Rare Beauty bronzing stick, I feel like this was kind of like a standout for 2022 in my opinion. This was such a good cream bronzer. I have mine in the shade Always Sunny. I wanted to end up getting the lightest, like the next shade lighter than this one, but I never ended up purchasing it. But I like this. I mean, even knowing I feel like it's a smidge dark for me, I use it all of the time. Like I'm like, am I gonna run out of this? Because I use it literally all the time. It's so blendable and so smooth. You just apply it and you can just like barely tap your blender and it like blends perfectly. It looks so natural on the skin. Even with it being a little bit of a deeper shade for me, it still looks so good on the skin. Very happy with this one from Rare. And then again, another one of my favorites, actually the one that I have on right now, is from NARS, and this is the Bronzing Cream. I actually didn't realize that all of my bronzers are creams that are my favorite this year. I guess we have a trend. I reached for a lot more creams this year as far as blushes and bronzers go, but I think bronzers in particular I was using quite a bit more, but this one is so nice from NARS. It's in the shade Laguna, and it's Laguna 2, because I think there are a few different shades in this one maybe, but so pretty, and it smells like a tropical vacation. It smells so nice, but it blends out really smooth, very similar to the Rare. The Rare I can kind of just swipe on my face. This one I'll either use a brush to blend it out, or I just use a sponge, a little or a lot, but I feel like it just looks natural. It gives you the perfect, just like easy sun-kissed look. What was not it this year was these bangs. I'm just waiting for them to grow out. They're taking so long to grow out, but yeah, I really love this one from NARS. And then I also wanted to talk about this little stack from the brand Ollie Oop. I discovered this brand in 2022 and I've been really loving their stuff. So this was the Sun Kissed stack. So inside of this you have a cream highlight, and then you also have a blush, which I can pull out here. You have a blush, and then you also have a bronzer. I got into the blush and the bronzer so much. I didn't really use the highlight a ton. I really didn't reach for a lot of highlights. I'll show you one that I used probably the most this year, but I really wasn't reaching for a highlight a bunch. I don't have it on today. I kind of was just going for a little bit more of a glowy base and sticking with like cream products, but these were great on the skin. They blend out really smooth, and I like how effortless this is. The whole theme behind this brand is that everything is all-in-one. So they have a lot of all-in-one products, from brushes to tools to different face products. Their skincare is even meant to be more than one. So everything kind of has a lot of functionality to it. So I really liked this stack. I'd love to get another color too. They have quite a few different options in this. And then the highlighter I was talking about is this one from ColourPop. This was a part of the Avatar collection. It's the Jubilant Chorus highlights. I used this quite a bit. So if I was using a highlight, I was using this one. And what I liked about this one is it had like a blue reflect to it, which I know sounds like something I wouldn't like when I said I'm not really wearing highlight, but it was like very subtle. Like you can tell there, it's not subtle by any means, it's a blinding highlight, but it just kind of had like a hint of blue in it to where when you kind of just looked, it just had like a little something. I just thought it was really pretty. I think I probably used this, I don't even know how many times, but so many times this year. I thought it was a really, really good one. I really liked this release from them. I thought the Avatar collection in the whole was really nice, but I really liked that highlight. Next, I have a couple of Lawless products that I really enjoyed this year. So first off is this One and Done mascara. This is the mascara that I have on my lashes right now. I think it looks really nice. It gives a lot of length at the same time as volume, and I feel like it doesn't get like overly clumpy. It's a perfect amount of black. It stays really well. It doesn't transfer on me. I just think it's a really solid formula. I've really been enjoying this one. And then I also have really been liking their brow products. They came out with brow pencils as well as these brow gels, and I do like the pencils as well, but I really, really like the brow gel. So this is the Long Wear Strong Hold Conditioning Brow Gel, and the shade that I'm using is medium dark, and this does a really good job at giving you that like fluffy brow look. You can tell I put it in my brows right here. I feel like it has like the perfect amount of hold where it still kind of just looks fluffy, and a little bit goes a long way with this product, which I like too. You can kind of scrape the edges, and I feel like it gives a lot of dimension to your brows even when you don't have any other brow product in them. And then let's move over into complexion. So first let's talk about concealers. I have two concealers to share with you. The first one being this Revlon concealer. This surprised me with how much I liked this. I used it for like the first solid like half of the year. This is the Revlon Colorstay Skin Awaken Concealer. It's a 5-in-1 treatment. It has caffeine and vitamin C in it. This is great. I have the shade 005. There's a few different shades I was rotating between, but if you're looking for a good drugstore option for concealer, this one is so, so good. So the applicator, I will say, like, isn't my absolute favorite applicator. It does have like one of those little spongy looking ones, but it doesn't bother me because I feel like the actual product itself is so, so good, and it doesn't get like super messy. I mean, it's not, you know, my favorite, but it doesn't get overly messy. But the coverage on this concealer, you guys, is so, so good. It looks nice and natural on the skin, very radiant. It has like this almost like healthy look to it without being too radiant. Like, I don't want a concealer personally on myself that's going to be too highlighting of my under eyes, because I do have like fine lines and wrinkles and things, so I like something to give me hydration but not too much, and this one is just perfect for that. It makes it look natural but still gives really, really good coverage. And then my second favorite was the Huda Beauty. This is the Faux Filter Concealer. It's the one I have on my eyes right now. This one is great for giving you, again, a very nice matte look, but not overly matte. This one has the perfect amount of luminosity in it, in my opinion. It wears really well. Most of the time that I use this, I don't even wear powder. I actually don't have any powder on my eyes right now. I feel like it doesn't crease too much on me. The lasting power is there, and it does have a nice range in color selection as well. The shade that I'm using in that one is the 2.1 Neutral. For foundations, I have two to chat about. So this one I had to look back and figure out when this came out, because I was like, was it 2022 or was it right before? But my review I put out in this was in January, so I think it just came out in the beginning of the year, but I loved it this year. This was the NARS Soft Light Reflecting Foundation, and this was so, so pretty. I love how this looks on my skin because it's kind of that second skin foundation that's going to look natural but not too natural to where you don't get enough coverage. I feel like it has a nice glowy look to it without being overly glowy. I really enjoy foundations that look like my skin but a little bit enhanced, and that's how I feel when I wear this foundation right here. And then my second one was this one from Yensa. It's actually the one I have on my skin today. This is their Super Serum Silk Foundation, and kind of the same thing with the other one, the NARS. Why I like this one, it has the same similar concept with your skin but a little bit better. This one also has some skincare ingredients in it as well, and it just gives a really I don't know, like a smooth base. Like I feel like my skin just looks really healthy and nice without looking like I have too much makeup on, which I appreciate. I just think it's a great foundation. I also like the compact a lot. It has a pump, but it gives like the perfect amount to where it doesn't give you like too much foundation. It's nice and thin, so it fits nice in my drawers, and it just comes with the standard 1 ounce, but it just looks more compact and not as large as like something like this. It's a little bit more bulky. Not a big deal, but I do like the packaging a lot too. I am an affiliate with Yensa. My coupon code is just Makeup Molly, and it gets you 30% off. So if you want to try this one, it's a great discount to try it out. I really highly recommend that one from Yensa. And then I have a few favorites that I want to mention as well that didn't come out this year, but this is the Tatcha Water Cream. I just fell in love with this year. I've always known that people love this, but I didn't have the deep love for it that I do this year. I used this every single day, like so good. I used it a lot as a primer, which you'll see I don't have a primer in today's video. I loved this for using it as my daytime moisturizer, sometimes use it at night. I just feel like it does a really good job at keeping your skin nice and healthy looking, and like I said, I didn't really reach for primer because this was filling my pores enough to where I didn't even need like a pore filling primer, and it never made my skin feel heavy. It looks great under makeup, looks great without makeup. It's just such a good moisturizer. I know it's expensive, but I just like fell in love with this so much this year. And then I had to give another shout out to this sponge soaker. I've just been loving this thing. I just used it right now as I was getting ready. So what you do with it is you just tap it up and down, and it actually wets your makeup sponge. So if you are someone who does your makeup outside of your bathroom, this is perfect for you because you can wet your sponge anywhere in your room. It gives the perfect amount of wetness to your sponge. It's honestly been such a game changer for me. I know it sounds silly, but I always do my makeup down in my basement, and for me having something like this is perfect because I'm not having to wet my sponge before I come down here. I don't even have to think about it. I can keep my sponges down here. It's just great. I've been really enjoying this, so I wanted to mention it again. I also will have links, of course, to everything down below, including this. It's in my Amazon storefront as well if you ever need to look it up. And then lastly, I just have 2 lip products for you. I wanted to keep this video kind of short and sweet this year with just my absolute favorite products. So first we have from Tarte. This is the Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump. These are a long name to them, but I had this one in the shade Cherry Blossom. Tarte did a really good job with this release. I feel like this was a more popular product for them this year. I kind of got a little bit of a revamp. I know I tried their eyeshadow palette, and I know a lot of people have really been enjoying a lot of their products, but this one in particular I feel like got a lot of hype, and rightfully so. It's a very beautiful lip gloss. I have a little bit of it on my lips right now. It just looks really nice and fresh. It has a nice like minty scent to it. There are such pretty colors in it. It kind of has like that glowy lip look where it's a lip gloss, but it kind of just almost looks like a lip oil too. It's a nice little hybrid. I really like this. And then I also really enjoyed this butterscotch lip gloss from Juvia's Place. This came out in their coffee collection. I've been using this one a lot as well. It's like the perfect amount of thickness, which is why I really like it, because it stays on your lips really well, but it doesn't feel like sticky. It's very comfortable on the lips. It looks really great with just like a nude lip liner, and it's just like my perfect lip color. I really like it. It has like a nice like chocolatey vanilla scent to it, so really like this one a lot from Juvia's Place this year. But after that, you guys, that's gonna do it for my 2022 makeup favorites. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing these. I would love to know down below what some of your favorite products were this year. Thank you as always for watching. I'll see you next time.